Allo, allo, it's Nia. Welcome to AI Creator World Podcast, the place where creators learn how to grow faster, build smarter, and turn artificial intelligence into real opportunity. Here, we explore powerful AI tools, content strategies, personal branding systems, and new ways to create income in the digital era. If you are building something online, you are in the right place. Let's begin.
Welcome to today's deep dive. Usually if you open a physical bakery, you put fresh bread in the window.
Right. Yeah, you want people to see what you actually make.
Exactly. You wouldn't put like power tools or car parts right next to the croissants because foot traffic would just be completely baffled.
So if you walk right past, they'd have no idea what you're actually selling.
Yeah, they'd be like, what is this place? But today, and by the way, it is Monday, March 30, 2026, the storefronts we're building are entirely digital.
Completely digital.
And the croissants are made of pixels, and the baker doesn't even exist. Because creating an AI influencer is no longer just, some weird novelty that tech enthusiasts play around with on the weekends.
Oh, not at all. It has fundamentally shifted. It is a ruthless, highly calculated, and honestly incredibly lucrative business model now.
Which is wild. So that brings us to our mission for today's deep dive. We are tearing into this really comprehensive guide from the AI Creator World team.
It's a fantastic source. They really break down the mechanics of the whole industry.
They really do. And they've mapped out the 15 most profitable AI influencer niches for beginners this year, along with the exact 30-day roadmap to actually validate a new digital character.
Which is the part most people get wrong, honestly.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah.
Because before we even get to the specific money-making niches, we have to talk about what the source calls the single most expensive mistake a beginner can make.
Yes. Choosing the wrong niche.
Right. It doesn't just cost you a few awkward posts.
No, it costs you months of production time. It permanently destroys audience trust, and it basically sabotages your monetization before you even start.
It's brutal.
It really is.
Yeah.
The penalty for getting this wrong is just, well, absolute invisibility. And to understand why, you have to look at the underlying architecture of platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts.
Because they're the ones dictating who sees what.
Exactly. These algorithms are essentially giant, hyper-fast sorting machines. When you post a video, the algorithm tests it on a very small sample of users.
Just to see if they bite.
Right. But to do that effectively, the algorithm is absolutely starved for a clear topic signal.
A topic signal. So meaning like the metadata, the visual cues, the captions, basically everything that tells the algorithm exactly what box to put your content in.
Think of the algorithm as a highly stressed mailroom clerk.
Okay, I like that.
If an account consistently produces content within one specific, tightly defined niche, well, that builds a strong, recognizable topic signal. The clerk knows exactly which demographic mailbox to shove that content into.
It makes their job easy.
Exactly. But if an account mixes unrelated topics, say posting a makeup tutorial on Tuesday and then a crypto trading breakdown on Thursday,
Oh man, yeah, that produces a totally confused signal.
the algorithm just panics.
Yeah.
Doesn't know who your audience is, so the test group swipes away and your content just dies in the feed.
It's the digital equivalent of a restaurant trying to sell sushi, deep dish pizza, and street tacos all at exactly the same time.
Yes. The ultimate red flag.
I mean, if I walk into a place like that, I am turning right back around. People and the algorithm don't know what to do with it. And honestly, I don't trust the sushi at that point.
Nobody trusts the sushi.
The algorithm acts the exact same way. It just refuses to serve your content because it cannot guarantee relevance to the end user.
What's fascinating here is the rigorous, objective three-part test every single niche must pass before you even start, before you even generate your first image.
You don't just guess what people want.
No, you mathematically prove it. So first, you verify search volume. You run your topic through tools like Google Trends to confirm there is active, ongoing, upward trending search demand.
You need to know that actual human beings are actively looking for this information right now.
Right, which leads to the second hurdle, social engagement. You have to look at platforms like Instagram and TikTok to see if people are actually interacting with this content.
But there is a really crucial caveat here in the source material, right? You only look at the saves and view counts on non-viral posts.
Yes, that is so important.
I'm guessing that distinction is there because going viral is basically like a lottery ticket. You can't build a reliable business model on the expectation of striking lightning every single Tuesday.
Viral posts skew the data terribly.
Hmm.
I mean, a video might get 10 million views just because a massive celebrity shared it, or maybe a trending audio track carried it.
Right, it's just dumb luck sometimes.
Exactly. You want to see if the average day-to-day baseline content in that niche is consistently driving reliable engagement. That proves the baseline audience is genuinely hungry.
Makes sense. And the third test.
Finally, the third test is commercial intent. You must confirm that brands are actively spending advertising dollars in this niche, and that affiliate programs actually exist for the products being discussed.
Because if money isn't actively changing hands in that ecosystem, you're just building a hobby, not a business.
Right. Commercial intent is absolutely mandatory.
So logically, if commercial intent is the lifeblood here, we have to look at the categories that historically attract the highest brand investment and the most affluent audiences.
The big money makers.
Exactly. We're talking about hacking aspiration, the lifestyle, beauty, and travel niches. And this is where the underlying economics of AI just completely flip the script.
It's a total game changer.
Because the highest barrier to entry for a human creator in these spaces has always been the physical cost. I mean, buying the designer clothes, buying the expensive camera gear, flying to the exotic location.
It's wildly expensive to keep up.
But AI completely obliterates that massive real-world cost of production.
The profit margins become staggering once you remove the physical overhead. Let's take the beauty and fashion niches, which have the highest brand investment.
Oh,
You build an AI character to act as basically a virtual stylist. This character focuses on aspiration. They curate seasonal trends, put together capsule wardrobes, model finished looks.
instead of the messy application process of actually putting the makeup on.
Exactly. And the creator monetizes this through high-converting affiliate programs like Sephora, ASOS, or Amazon Beauty.
And to get that clear topic signal we talked about, you have to lean into sub-niches, right? Like you wouldn't just do general fashion.
Right, you do something like dark academia makeup, that moody tweed jacket, dimly lit library aesthetic, or maybe sustainable minimalist fashion.
And then there's the luxury and travel niche, where you can use a tool like Midjourney to generate your AI character lounging in a high-end Tokyo hotel.
Or sitting down to a Michelin star dinner, yeah.
And you completely bypass the prohibitive $10,000 travel budget that a human creator would face. You are achieving this from a desktop computer.
It's incredible. And consider the fitness motivation niche, too. The AI character embodies an incredibly aspirational morning routine, flawless gym aesthetics, perfect meal prep.
But it's focused on the aesthetics, not real exercise demos.
Right. And you monetize through activewear brand deals or fitness app affiliates like MyFitnessPal or Whoop. Okay, wait. I have to push back on this premise here.
Go for it. Wait, if the AI character isn't actually sweating in the gym or physically blending foundation on their face, why does the audience even care?
That's the most common question people ask.
I mean, aren't people put off by the fact that the quote-unquote process isn't real? Like, it's not a real person testing the durability of those yoga pants.
It's a fair question, but the source material addresses this perfectly. It requires a fundamental shift in how you understand consumer psychology.
Okay, how so?
With these AI accounts, the audience's focus shifts entirely from the physical, messy process to the flawless aspiration. When someone follows an AI fashion or beauty account, they aren't looking for a relatable human friend to struggle through a makeup tutorial with them.
They aren't looking for reality.
No. They are engaging with the finished look, the curated products, and the character's distinct aesthetic point of view. It's basically a virtual personal stylist.
Oh, I see. So it's essentially a curated, interactive mood board.
Exactly, a mood board with a face.
Yeah.
The audience is buying into the curated lifestyle aesthetic, not the physical labor required to achieve it.
Here's where it gets really interesting, though, because while those previous niches rely on visual aspiration, accounts people casually follow for the vibe.
Yeah, the pretty pictures.
Right. But this next group survives on pure evergreen utility. We are moving from accounts that people follow to accounts that people save.
The algorithmic goldmine.
Yes. The educational, food, and hobby niches. In these niches, the AI isn't pretending to be some untouchable celebrity. It's functioning as a highly competent, specialized study buddy or sous chef.
That is a critical distinction. The communities in these utility spaces are incredibly loyal. Let's look at educational and review accounts. Book reviews, for example.
Oh, the Book Talk and Bookstagram audiences are massive and highly engaged.
Massive. And an AI influencer doesn't need to actually read the book. You generate cozy reading imagery rain on a window, a steaming coffee next to a specific thriller, and then use text models to write compelling thematic breakdowns.
And what about the AI tool tutorials? That one feels a bit meta.
Very meta. An AI teaching you how to use AI. But the commercial intent is off the charts. AI software as a service companies pay 20 to 40% recurring commissions for signups.
Wait, really? 20 to 40% recurring? That's huge.
It adds up incredibly fast. You also have study motivation accounts, like an AI character demonstrating the Pomodoro method.
Right, where you work for 25 minutes and break for 5.
Exactly. These accounts see huge engagement spikes around exam seasons.
And the mechanics are exactly the same for food and hobby categories, right?
Totally identical. Take cooking hacks. A huge pain point for real food bloggers is the staging, the lighting, the cost of ingredients for food photography.
It takes hours just to get one good photo of a salad.
But with Midjourney, you bypass the kitchen entirely. You just generate a top-down, perfectly lit photo of spicy miso ramen, and the data shows it performs just as well as real photos.
Or healthy recipes, which always peak in January and September.
Right, the new year and back-to-school rushes. And for creative DIY hobbies, the AI generates the inspiration, and you monetize via Etsy affiliates. The communities there are so fiercely loyal.
But there is a huge rule here from the source, isn't there?
Yes, the absolute golden rule for these utility niches: specificity over broadness.
Right, you don't just pick fitness.
Never. The top-level categories are way too saturated. You pick postpartum recovery fitness or desk worker movement.
You don't pick cooking, you pick 5-ingredient meals for college students.
Exactly. The more granular you get, the faster the algorithm can figure out exactly who needs to see your content.
Okay, so let's put you, the listener, in the driver's seat for a second.
Yeah.
Let's say you've picked your highly specific utility or aesthetic niche.
You've got your topic.
Right. And you've run it through the 3-part test for search volume, social engagement, and commercial intent.
It passed all 3.
How do you actually know if this concept is going to work before you waste a year of your life rendering images?
You don't wait a year. You treat it like a scientific hypothesis. You use the 30-day lean startup validation blueprint.
A 30-day sprint, what does that actually look like day to day?
You post exactly 12 pieces of content over your first 30 days. That's 3 posts per week. And you use a strict mix of formats: a reel, a multi-image carousel, a single high aesthetic image, and a text-heavy educational tip.
But generating 12 highly specific, perfectly formatted posts sounds like a full-time job.
It would be if you did it manually.
Well,
But you leverage ChatGPT to batch generate all 12 briefs in a single minute.
just 1 minute.
One single prompt. You feed it your sub-niche, your audience pain points, and tell it to output hooks, visual cues, and captions.
Yeah.
Boom. A month of content strategy done.
That is wild. And then you track it all with analytics tools like Metricool, right?
Yes, Metricool is great because you need to look past vanity metrics like simple likes. If we connect this to the bigger picture, the save metric is the ultimate early indicator of utility.
Way more valuable than a like or a comment.
Infinitely more valuable. A like is passive, but a save, that means the user intends to return to your content in their actual daily life.
They're bookmarking it.
Exactly. It's the highest form of algorithmic praise.
Okay, but let's play devil's advocate. What happens if you get to the end of the 30-day test, you check your dashboard, and it yields below a 3% engagement rate?
The hypothesis failed.
Right. So do you just scrap the niche immediately and start completely over?
The source is very clear on this.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. You don't scrap it immediately. A flat response early on is usually just a localized failure in your presentation.
Ah, okay, so what do you do?
You adjust one variable, just one. Maybe
Yeah.
you tweak the sub-niche angle, or you change the visual aesthetic, or you adjust the pacing of the videos, and you test again.
Because if there's high competition in that niche, that's actually a good thing, right?
It's a fantastic thing.
Yeah.
High competition proves ravenous audience demand. You just have to tweak your formula until you capture your slice of that attention.
That makes total sense. A niche isn't a permanent cage that you're locked into forever. It's really just a strategic starting position to build your personal brand infrastructure and train the algorithm.
Exactly. It's just the foundation.
So what does this all mean? Well, whether you are planning to launch your own AI influencer this year, or you just want to be a much more savvy consumer of digital media, understanding these mechanics changes how you view your feed.
You'll never look at a cooking video the same way again.
No, you really won't. You realize that behind that flawless 5-ingredient recipe is a massive, calculated ecosystem. But honestly, looking at all this perfectly tailored, algorithmically flawless utility, It leaves me with one final thought to mull over.
What's that?
Well, if AI influencers become the ultimate perfect curators of our hobbies, our fitness, and our education, what actually happens to human creators?
There's the million-dollar question.
Right. Like, in a landscape completely dominated by flawless AI aesthetics, will human influencers have to become intentionally more flawed and more messy and unpredictable just to prove they are actually real and stand out?
Just to prove their humanity.
Exactly. Something to think about the next time you hit that save button on your feed.
Thank you for listening to AI Creator World Podcast. If you found this episode valuable, make sure to follow the podcast, subscribe on YouTube, and share this episode with another creator who is building their future online. For deeper guides, AI tools, and step-by-step growth strategies, visit our website at aicreatorworld.net. And remember, in the age of artificial intelligence, creators who learn faster will lead the future. See you in the next episode. Bye!